Undefeated middleweight champion Gennady Golovkin says Canelo and his team are nervous. Boom. Stay tuned. Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, hit the subscribe button for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to join and become part of Notification Gang and get all the latest in boxing, hit that bell icon. Now, September 16th, it goes down. Las Vegas. Las Vegas is going to be lit. Please believe it. Believe it, please. And that's because we have a middleweight fight. There's only one loss between the two of them, Canelo Alvarez. I was born ready and had no guys, Golovkin. Now, shout out to Ring Magazine, ringtv.com. The link is in the description. Golovkin, I think it was about a week and a half ago, he went to the Ring TV studios and did an interview, and I just watched the video from it. And I'm just gonna paraphrase, but they said, what was your take when Canelo, when post-fight, when they did the whole WWE stuff, and after the Julio Cesar Chavez domination, 12-round domination, and they brought you into the ring, and you said, good luck to Canelo, and he responded by saying, luck is for the mediocre, my friend. He says, what was your whole take on that? And is there any animosity, if you will, between the two of you? And Golovkin responded, he says, he said, basically, they're nervous. I believe him and his team are nervous. That's why he said that. He's like, nerves actually did that. He's like, they've been talking, and I genuinely think it's nerves that made him respond in that kind of aggressive manner or whatever. And he says something at the end like, but oh well, it's life. Like, you move on. It is what it is. So I want to give my thoughts. I can't say Canelo was nervous. He's a fighter. He's been fighting as a pro since age 15. I will say Canelo did seem kind of hyped. You know what I mean? Like, just how he was. Golovkin, my friend. He was like, he said something like that. Golovkin, my friend, you are next. He did the Bolo Young from my movie Bloodsport. You break my record, now I break you, like I break your friend. Hey, it's the American who makes tricks with bricks. You lose, American asshole. Bang! Y'all know Van Damme was like my idol growing up, so y'all don't understand Bloodsport. Probably some of you millennials don't even know about Van Damme. Shout out to Van Damme. But I want to know what you guys think. Was Canelo nervous? Is he nervous? Does he have reason to be nervous? Obviously, this is a big fight. And I got to say this because the host is interviewing Golovkin. And I understand Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy, they own Ring TV. But between Ring TV and Oscar De La Hoya, just a word of advice. One of the reasons why I think some people, like voices like mine and others just in the boxing industry, can come out of nowhere and get respect is because of how we dish it out. Like, I see a deliberate and consistent effort to constantly bring up Mayweather versus Pacquiao and bring up that fight. Like, yo, the fight was in 2015. 2017 is a phenomenal year. It just seems like so much hostility and animosity and venom when it comes to that fight. Even if you didn't like it, cool, who cares? Like, the host said something like, hey, Golovkin, what do you think? You guys have to have an entertaining fight, win, lose, or draw, no matter what, because Mayweather and Pacquiao, it wasn't a good fight, right? And it's just like the constant shots at Mayweather Pacquiao. For just to be honest, because that's how I give it to you guys, raw, uncut, unfiltered. To be honest, the fight played out exactly how I expected. I still have my fight prediction, which I did. I spent 30 minutes on breaking down the fight. And if you listen to what I said and what was going to come through or come true, actually a lot of it came true. You know what I mean? So all these people who are I don't know what it is, man. But actually, I do know what it is. But it's just like people keep carrying on. Like, even if you hated the fight, why are you still talking about it? Why are you giving more exposure to it? Same thing with Conor McGregor. Okay, you're not a fan of Mayweather McGregor, don't talk about it. Don't show up in the videos. You know what I mean? It's like I see what Floyd was talking about, where people use his name to piggyback. It's just like, it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen a ton I think it was Richard Abril versus Sharif Bogaray. I think that fight I watched, and it was mad boring, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. But you don't see me talking about it. It happened so long, I don't even care anymore. You know what I mean? I'm not even talking about Canelo versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. And see, to me, that was even worse of a fight, because it did a million views and it was boring. Like, it was super one-sided. So I see a clear-cut separation and double standard. If you're talking about how bad Mayweather Pacquiao is, at least I can honestly say, despite his shortcomings, he lost for certain reasons. But Pacquiao, whether you want to believe the shoulder shit or not, he was at least trying. It appeared that Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. was not attempting to do anything. He wasn't going for broke. So, you know what I mean? Pacquiao actually rung Mayweather's bell in that fourth round or whatever it was. So he was at least throwing some smoke. He just couldn't close the distance. So it's irritating to a degree when Oscar, Golden Boy, and Ring Magazine keep bringing up this Mayweather Pacquiao. Like I said, it's not even being pro the fight. Like I said, I didn't even personally have a problem with it because it played out exactly how I thought it was going to play out. But it wasn't that bad of a fight. If you want to say the promotion wasn't good or the undercard sucked, I would agree with that. I think Lomachenko was on the undercard. Who is he fighting? I think Jesse Hart. Who is he fighting? You know what I mean? So the undercard wasn't really good, but I didn't have a problem with the main event. You could say, yeah, it lacked some action if you were expecting a knockout. But I mean, at the same time, Cotto versus Canelo, literally, I'm not even lying. I have only watched that fight one time, and it was when I watched it live. I did a 7 reasons before the fight, and I said, I'm picking Canelo Alvarez to beat Cotto. I never went back to really watch that fight because it wasn't like a Joshua Klitschko instant classic where I felt like I had to watch it again. I never made time. So if you really want to be real, there's been a lot of fights who didn't really live up to whatever expectations. If you remember, Canelo versus Cotto was going on for years. Like, they were supposed to fight, and they even had Cotto at the Golden Boy offices, and then it fell apart, and then he fought Sergio Martinez, and he fought Daniel Gill. So there's a build-up, not as big as the Mayweather Pacquiao, but it's still a build-up. So when the fight came, to me, it didn't deliver. It was pretty much what I expected. The fresher, younger, stronger, bigger guy would prevail. You know what I mean? The 7 reasons video is still up. So I think if Golden Boy really wants to make it in the long run, Ring TV, and they're wondering why other people are, you know what I mean, getting good viewership and stuff, like, check my numbers and check Ring TV's membership. It's because of, one, work ethic, and also just call it what it is. Let's talk about Canelo Golovkin. It's a great fight. Nobody's denying it. But to constantly bring up Mayweather Pacquiao, Mayweather McGregor, this fight or that fight, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, all these dudes are pretty much doing the same thing as far as I'm concerned. And unless you're biased for one side, you'll be able to see that. Cotto, he's a legend. He has a deep resume, so he's cashing out. That's why he's fighting Kamagai for a title. That doesn't establish who's the #1 numero uno at 54. In fact, I wouldn't pick the winner, no matter who it is, if it's Cotto or Kamagai, to beat Demetrius Andrade, to beat Edeslandi Lara, to beat Jermell Charlo. I really wouldn't. You know what I mean? Maybe it's competitive, maybe it's not, but I wouldn't favor him. I can't picture Kamagai beating a boo-boo Andrade. I'm sorry, that's just me. You know what I mean? Canelo, he had 2 fights last year that nobody really requested. Amir Khan, I made 7 reasons why that fight shouldn't happen. Oh, you're just hating. You're hating because Khan's getting a paycheck. You're hating on Canelo. And when it turned out to be the fight that I told you it was going to be, that millions of people who knew boxing, who weren't biased for one side, told you it was going to be, then what happened? Now, oh, why do you always say I told you so? Because I did. And you got to deal with that. Liam Smith, when I told you what type of fight, he just doesn't have that world level experience. Tough is tough, hard is hard. That doesn't win you fights when another person's tough, has heart too, and has better skills than you and more experience, like Canelo. Kell Brook versus Triple G. We could do this all day. I told you guys. This whole daring to be great. Oh yeah, Miguel's daring to be great. Now people are telling him he needs to retire because both of his eyes are fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So let's call a spade and what it is. And again, Ring TV, Golden Boy, you guys got a good fight. You know what I mean? And the reason I said Ring TV is because they're affiliated with Golden Boy. But Golden Boy, Oscar, you guys have a great fight September. Work on that. Build that up. Like, where's the press tour? You know what I mean? These are the things I want to know as a fan and as a reporter. When's the press tour? How many cities are you hitting? Like, give us some details about that. Y'all still talking about Mayweather Pacquiao. Rant over. But as far as Golovkin, I like Golovkin's demeanor because Golovkin, I don't know if it's a cultural thing or maybe he just kind of, at age 35, maybe he just don't care. But when he's talking about certain people, the way he says it is just super cut and dry. He's like, yeah, Canelo, I'm in the ring. He's like, he's nervous. Like, what? Or I remember when Golovkin was talking about Willie Monroe, he's like, his punches were like tick, 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 tick. He's nothing. I just like his demeanor. It's like a stone cold killer, the way he's just so nonchalant about it. And tick, 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 he's nothing. So I liked it. I like this build up. Canelo's talking about Lux for the mediocre. Now Golovkin's saying, hey, Canelo's nervous. We're going to see who's nervous September 16th. It's a good fight. Either fighter has a chance. Some of you guys are idiots in the comment section like, oh, hey, what? You said Canelo has a muscular, his back is looking big. Why didn't you say it about Golovkin? Listen, this is boxing. Not everything's going to be balanced. Canelo just did a Hennessy commercial and I made an observation. If I didn't observe the same thing with Golovkin, then why would I make a video about that? If Golovkin does a commercial, a Hennessy commercial, and I notice the same observation, I'll make one about him. But too many of you guys are doing too much when it comes to picking sides in this boxing thing. Joshua Klitschko, Kell Brooks, Spence, Canelo, Triple G. We're getting some great fights, and these are all 50-50 fights. It's just like the other side trying to murder the other side. I don't care. If Canelo gets knocked out, then so be it. You know what I mean? My bank account ain't getting knocked out. So it doesn't matter. If Golovkin gets knocked out, then my bank account's not getting knocked out. You know, I just want to see these fights that boxing needs. You know, if it goes a decision, if it's fair, it's fair. Then I'm happy to have seen it. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all want to be on some Crips and Bloods, and because you like one guy, you have to hate the other, or because you have a criticism for somebody. I guess the new word is you're racist or you hate this person, whatever. Let me know what you guys think. Golovkin says Canelo and his team are nervous. Do you agree with that? Me, I'm glad the fight's happening. Drop your thoughts in that comment section. Make sure you share the video. Like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.